In this video, we're going to be talking about the Bagboy Quad XL and whether or not it's worth picking up or not. So what we're going to be covering in this video here are my first impressions of the card itself, how it performed, who it's best for, the pros and cons, and also where the best places to buy. So if you just are looking for kind of like the best and the cheapest place that we could find it, we will leave a link down in the description down below. And at the time of this video, that was the cheapest place that we could find it. So you can go ahead and check the price if you want to do so. Let's look at my first impression. So the first thing I really noticed was the weight of the cart. So it was about 16.5 pounds, somewhere around there. And it's kind of more so in the middle compared to other models I've tested. Some have been lighter, some have been heavier. So this kind of went in the middle. Folded down, the cart was about 20 inches tall. So it's definitely, it's definitely compact enough to fit into like the car with, one or two other bags. One bag and this for sure would go in the trunk. Two bags and this might go in the trunk if you have a bit of a bigger one. But obviously it's like there's a back seat and all that kind of stuff. But it did fold down really nice, so I was definitely pleased to see that. For storage around the house, apartment, wherever you're pretty much storing the thing, it folds down nice and compact. Okay? And also, compared to other carts out there, this one was a lot easier to set up and take down, which is probably one of the bigger pluses of it. I've tested out previous ones in the past and some have been, pretty difficult if you don't really know what you're doing. Obviously, after you do it a few times, it gets easier and easier. But this one, like literally first time, first time it folded down super easily. All you really have to do is you have to unlock a little handle on, by the handle. You simply pull up on it, you lock the handle again, and it pretty much snaps together. That's all you really have to do, and you're ready to go. So how did it perform? So pushing the cart around, it was pretty smooth as well, and the handle can pretty much be adjusted to whatever's most comfortable to you. So there's so many different heights that you can have your handle, so whatever's most comfortable to you. It was really smooth pushing it around, and wasn't a pain at all. Okay, so the brake, it worked better than actually some other models out there, which was nice to see. Some other brakes out there, they were a little bit tricky. Like you had to kind of, you kind of maybe like push it forward to like, actually lock in the brake in the little, little groove there. But this one was really easy. You pretty much just put on the brake and it worked wherever it was. And the tires also seem like they'll hold up really well. They're kind of made of like a foam material, so they're not going to go flat or they're not going to puncture or anything like that. So they seem like they're pretty durable. Obviously, we haven't had this cart for the longest time, but from what we've seen so far, it definitely seemed like it would hold up well. It seemed to be well made, sturdy, and all that kind of thing. The only downside was really the stability on hills when you're kind of going sideways. So like if you're going up and down, there wasn't a problem with that. But if you're going like sideways along the hill, just because of it's kind of a narrower wheelbase, and it has a little bit of a higher center of gravity, so it could possibly tip over. But obviously, it's not a huge deal. Like it's not a guarantee to tip over, but it's just one thing to be careful of if you're going kind of sideways along a hill. But like I said, up and down was completely fine. There was no problem with that. That was pretty much just one downside, one thing to note. But who is it for? Who's it not for? So obviously this cart's going to be for anyone in the market who didn't really want to break the bank like a lot of other carts out there. Some of the other ones we've tested were a lot more expensive. Obviously there are some ones that are cheaper. I would say the ones that are more expensive, they didn't really do anything that this cart didn't. So this cart, matched up, pretty well with like performance, durability, all that kind of stuff. So there wasn't really anything bad to say. Obviously the cheaper ones, we've had cheaper ones that were definitely not as durable as this. So if you are, if you are willing to and you're able to, you have the budget, I would definitely say that this one it's more so in the middle. But it's definitely worth every penny. There wasn't really a whole lot of bad things to say. But let's cover some pros. So the cart was nice and light, but it still had the durability you'd want. Some of the cheaper ones out there, they were really light, but they seem to be really not so well made. This one was kind of the complete opposite, so it was still light, but it still seemed to be really durable and it would last a long time. And then it also had a good amount of storage on it for like your valuables, all your golf gear, snacks, drinks, balls, and an umbrella attachment. So pretty much, with your bag or with your cart, you pretty much have room for whatever you want to bring on the course. easily accessible, and had a good amount of storage. So it's super easy to set up and take down, and it was nice and compact for storage. So like I said before, this was a lot easier than other models out there for setting up and taking down, which was probably one of the big pluses to it. So I was really pleased to see that. And those are from the main pros. How about some cons? So the only downside I could really see is that the stability when you're pushing it sideways along a hill. We kind of talked about this before. Up and down was completely fine, but it's really not a huge deal. There's definitely other cards out there that are going to be more sturdy, but they're going to be a lot more expensive. So like we said, this is kind of in the middle of the pack. There's ones that are cheaper, there's ones that are more expensive. I probably wouldn't go with anything cheaper than this, just because this performed pretty much just as well as the more expensive ones, and it wasn't as expensive. So like I said, I did really like this card here. But let's go through the breakdown. So the performance score, we'll give it an 8, just because of the stability factor a little bit. The price score was an 8, so obviously there's cheaper, there's more expensive ones, so it's kind of middle of the road. Ease and feel, I'll give it a 9. It was really easy to set up and take down, and the feel and comfort pushing around the course was really well made. It was smooth, and I definitely liked it. So my personal score is going to be an 8, which is pretty solid. So is it worth it? So if you are in the market for a solid and durable cart that's not going to break the bank, this could be a good option for you. Begboy, they've definitely made some improvements on this versus their old models, which is a really good thing to see. And there really isn't a whole lot of negative things to say about this. So the cheapest place I could find this product is in the link down in the description down below. And at the time of this video, that was the cheapest place we could find it, so you can go ahead and check out the price if you want to do so. And I'll also throw together a bonus here. So if you do decide to get the product, I'll give you a free copy of the Consistency Report ebook. It's basically going to show you 7 shortcuts you can use to improve your ball striking and scores overnight. So just like 7 things that I've learned from your taking lessons, watching YouTube videos, setting professionals, that really help my game, and I think they can definitely help you as well. So simply purchase, send me an email with a screenshot of your receipt, and I will send you over a free copy. My information will be down below. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and we will see you in the next video.